Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, I'm fucking my eyebrows up. I think I finally got that one together, but I don't know what's going on with these eyebrows this morning. I should have did them first before I did these damn. I'm doing some color makeup today. I'm using the Zulu palette. I am using these three colors at the bottom. Beautiful. I like it. I know it still look a mess right now, y'all, but it's gonna come together. Don't worry. Happy Monday, y'all. Hello. What's going on? What is going on? You guys. I was circulating around this weekend, even though I was gone this weekend. I was circulating around last night when I came home. Today is Monday. I am cleaning. I'm doing my weekends, like my stuff I usually do on the weekend. I'm going to do it today. And then I'm going to run to the grocery store and go get something because I am going to cook today. But listen, y'all. So last night I was just, seeing what's going on. I was in Tracy's live. So shout out to everybody who saw me in Tracy's live. I love y'all. Thank you so much for supporting me when y'all see me somewhere. Because as you can see, I have plenty of people who don't support me. And that is fine. That's fine. Everybody got their picks, Ain't no problem. So anyway, you guys, I was circulating around. I caught Ming's replay this morning. I did catch her replay this morning. I caught the end of 7 Stars live yesterday. Of course, y'all know I seen the video that Mona made about me. She made one about Sean. Fake ass, like, she was trying to be real careful in that video. She was trying to be real careful. Talking about Mr. Sean Bradley, yes, she was. But y'all, so we are going to go into things that were said and stuff in the different, on the different channels. And I'm just going to let y'all know what my opinions are on each thing. So 7 Stars, of course, she came out the gate. She came in the door kicking, bust the door down, with having the ex-moderators of Mona Simone on her channel on the line. She definitely did that. And so, hey, I'm just going to say this. People were saying like because I didn't see the night before. So I did not see the night before when the shit went down, when they did the walkout or whatever. And so people were saying that they, they were being very careful. They weren't basically sounding the same way that they were sounding the night before. And it did, basically they were saying that she did really have surgery. What else did they confirm? I don't know about the degrees, but basically the surgery. They were saying that she really did have the surgery. And that's fine. I never said that she really didn't have surgery. I just feel like it's just one more thing for her to use as a crutch. That's what I feel. I feel like the surgery is just like another thing that she can kind of use, for the woe is me spiel that she always gives. So yeah, so anyway, they just weren't, as I guess. So I didn't hear the night before, so I can't really speak on what I think about that. But other than that, I think it was amazing that 7 got them all together. She gave them a platform to speak their piece on. You know, and so it is what it is. Now, oh, y'all heard Olivia Oracle. If y'all heard Olivia on there, Olivia wasn't with the fuck shit now. She wasn't with the fuck shit. And this is my thing, is that you have to understand that these people, like Ming said, because I'm going to move on to her in just a second, but Ming said, you know, on her live that, you know, she was already Mona's friend. Mona asked her to come over here, you know, and help her. And, you know, basically she got all these people. Well, she wanted them to moderate for her to moderate for her. And so, you know, but she said she came over here and Mona's in beef. And yeah, she taking up for her. And she said that's her friend. And she didn't even know what the fuck she was taking up for. You know, she's just over here, you know, trying to be a friend. And doing what friends do, is take up for their friends when they in some shit. So, and that's my thing when, you know, Mona was saying who was there for me when she was responding to my video, you know, when I was talking about Heidi, but she's like, well, who was there for me? Who was there for me? You know? And so it's like a lot of people were there for you. A lot of people. And that's like a blow and a slap to the face when you have been there for somebody and they sitting up there talking about who was there for me. When people are asking. And I'm on, and Heidi too. Like Heidi was there for her before, you know, taking up for her. Like a lot of them people were, you know. But see, what they got to understand is, you know, they did go hard for Mona against a lot of people. And, you know, now, you know, this is how she treats people. And they know that. And they're on the receiving end of it. And it's kind of like, are people really going to feel sorry for them? Or, you know, feel like they deserve any sympathy? Because, you know, because basically they are on the receiving end of what they've given out to other people. Because it hasn't just been Mona. Mostly it's been her moderators and her supporters, because Mona sits back and let them do the dirty work. So a lot of times, like, you know, with Sweet Miles Baby and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, she lets them do the speaking. She knows that they're going to do the go off. She knows that they are going to, you know, say things on her behalf. And then she can just go around and say, oh, I didn't, you know, I'm not the one that said that. Well, you know, no, it didn't come out of your mouth, but that's because you let them do your dirty work for you. You're not going to say it. You're going to let them say it. You know, and so that's my thing with that. And when people, you know, they want, you know, on the phone calls, they want you to be specific. They want you to give exact, you know, people want exact situations. Like, tell me exactly what the fuck happened, you know? And it's like, and so, you know, Mona was trying to, you know, on Tracy's live. So let me just go to, we're talking about Tracy's live right now. So in Tracy's live, Mona had, she had Mona on the line, and then they were deciding to try to call in the people who were on the chat, because Ming was in the chat, and so was the Mad Hatter. So these were two of Mona's friends, as well as supporters on YouTube, and she was going to have them call in, because I think Tracy did genuinely want to know what happened. You know, I do think that Tracy did well in the beginning. I think that she genuinely wanted to know what was going on. She genuinely wanted to know exactly what happened. But, you know, towards the end, that's another thing. But, so, yeah, I just feel like she wanted to know. But anyway, so first Ming calls in. So Ming calls in, and here you got Mona talking over her. Mona not letting her speak her piece. Ming is getting upset because she can't speak, you know, just say her piece. She got Mona constantly interrupting. And then when, after she's done interrupting, when Ming is finally, you know, Tracy finally gets it to where it's like, Mona, let her talk. And you know, so as soon as Ming is going in to talk, Mona hangs up on her because Mona was doing the three-way calling because Tracy didn't have the numbers and they didn't have Tracy's number. So yeah, so then Mona, she hangs up on her. Next thing you know, she's gone. And Ming came in the chat and said she hung up on me. So Ming went over to her own platform, went live, and just basically, you know, to go ahead and just say her piece. Okay, fine. So so after that, now we're calling the Mad Hatter. Or the Mad Hatter, I'm so sorry. The Mad Baker. I'm sorry, y'all. So, okay, so they go to call the Mad Baker. She calls, I mean, she's on the phone. Now, when she got on the phone, I was like, okay, here we go. Because she was talking. I mean, she was giving like clarified situations or whatever. So, she hung up on her. So Mona, of course, started going in, you know, started covering, you know, kind of like talking over her and all of that. So she wants to be the one that's being heard, you know, don't listen to her, listen to me or whatever. So, because Mona's like specific. So she was going in. So here we go. Okay, let me give you some specifics. So then Mona hangs up on her. So she said, fuck it. And she went over to Ming's live. So now she's on Ming's live, and I think something happened with her phone, like she ended up hanging up. But yeah, so she went over to Ming's live, and they just said, forget it, you know, because over here on Tracy's live, we can't get a word in edgewise. She's hanging up. You know, we really can't say what we got to say. So they said, fuck it, and I don't blame them. And so, yep. So anyway, so as the live went on without any more call-ins, so Tsunami was in the chat, but wasn't calling in or whatever. She said she ain't, you know, she was good. So so now Mona is happiest. Now Mona gets to just talk and talk and talk and talk. And now she can say, see, they hung up. See, they don't want to give specifics, see, or whatever. And, you know, whatever. So now she wants to talk and give her and say her part of the story. And she was just so happy because she get to talk and can't nobody contradict what she's saying, you know, go against it or, you know, question her. And when people did ask questions, that's when she was annoyed. It's, you know, I mean, she was annoyed when people asked questions. So people ask questions, she's annoyed. And it just, so at the end, it did become biased to me, you know. And then they were talking about me talking about you know, they don't know what my angle is, and my angle is speaking on this fuck shit that goes on, period. I speak on, if I see something, I'm gonna speak on it. I mean, what do you mean you don't know what my angle is? I mean, yes, the only difference is that I talk about other shit and do other shit on here. It's not just all about that. But yeah, we definitely gonna talk about the fuck shit when we see it's going on, just period. So anyway, that was Tracy's live. Didn't get nowhere. Mona pretty much you know, tried to take control of that. And I mean, I do think, you know, Tracy, she wanted to genuinely know and get the real scoop and stuff or whatever. But I do think Mona did kind of Mona, she controlled that. Okay, all right, so that's that. So clicking off from there, Ming was live. So Ming is live. I'm just gonna say I believe Ming. I believe shit happened the way she said it happened. So basically what happened was, because this is, so Mona's story is that because now because then on Tracy's live, I'm sorry, they did end up calling in Leah, and they called in Goddess, and well, she wanted to call in Goddess, and then they called in Leah. And I'm like, yeah, she wants to hurry up. You gonna call. Yeah, she wants to hurry up and have somebody call in that you know, is supporting of her. Yes, she wants her to hurry up and get on the phone. And so yeah, so Tracy was like, first she wanted to call Goddess, but um she wanted to call Goddess, but Tracy was like, you know, like, I really want to talk to the people that left. Like, that's what this is about. Because Goddess wants to get on the thing, because Goddess is about, you know, the getting her name out there and stuff. And that is what it should be about. Everybody talks about these clicks and views and wanting to, you know, wanting to get their name out there or get the, you know, and of course you do. Why else do you have a channel? You know what I'm saying? Why else do you have a channel? But anyway, besides that, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking for this brush. But anyway, so yeah, so she wanted to call people to call in that was fucking with her or whatever, versus these other people, and that's cool. So anyway, on Ming's live, so Ming said basically that, you know, they walked out basically because she's saying that they attacked Goddess. So Mona's story is that they wanted her to get rid of Goddess. They were, you know, they kept coming to her complaining. She's in the middle of healing and they're not respecting that she just had surgery, and it's just basically some kid shit that, like, they're coming, the little kid is coming to tell on somebody or whatever, you know, like, you're a teacher in school and they just keep trying to get the teacher's attention. Basically is the story, like how she's trying to put it out there. So she's basically saying that they kept coming to her, telling her that, you know, she needs to get rid of Goddess. Okay, and she said she wouldn't get rid of her. She didn't see anything wrong. She was telling them to keep the peace. She wasn't getting rid of her. Okay, that was that story. Now, Ming says that she seen Goddess. Basically, they saw Goddess was basically starting shit. You know, they felt like Goddess was using Mona's beefs as a stepping stone. So Goddess would be seen in other people's chats that do not like Mona, and the subject would be nothing about Mona. Goddess would go over in the chat. She would bring Mona's name up. Now here you go talking about Mona. Now the chat is about Mona, and then Goddess will go back to her platform and she will make a video protecting Mona or taking up for Mona. And so this is to get Mona's, you know, I got your back. Like, you know, these people fucking with you, I got you, or whatever. And that's what they seen. So that's what they was telling Mona. And Mona was not responding. She was like, you know, we'll deal with it. Just, you know, just be patient. I'm healing. We'll deal with it. Mona kept putting them off. And so she was just like, fuck it. I'm fall back. Just fuck it. Ming had her own situation with Goddess where she was like, you know, they were supposed to do some lives together. Goddess kept putting it off for different reasons. They're trying to blame that. They're saying that Ming probably forgot that she had to work that Thursday. You know, she probably just forgot because she usually doesn't work Thursdays, but she forgot that she worked that Thursday. You know, oh, you forgot. It's okay. You know, I understand. You're busy. That sort of thing. Ming said, bitch, I haven't worked a Thursday in years. You know, like, so, but, so that's the spin. So Mona said, no, I'm not getting rid of her, whatever. Show me some proof. Y'all ain't got no proof. They over here, they said that they were just making her aware of what she was doing. And, you know, basically she's saying she's healing. She doesn't want drama and peace, but yet Goddess is starting drama. And then Mona is in the drama herself. So they had a problem with that. And they're like, you know what? So they just fell back and they like, fuck it. Okay, so they fell back and they like, fuck it. This is what she want to deal with. Okay, fine. And next thing you know, they are just on Ming's live one night and minding their business, and they get notifications that, you know, that Goddess is in their Facebook chat or whatever, cussing people out. Like, fuck this person, that person, like just calling them names, saying fuck them, blah, blah, blah. And so they like, what the fuck? So Ming said, you know what? I don't got to be disrespected by nobody. You know, you said leave it alone, fall back. And this bitch over here disrespecting me and I ain't going for it. So fuck it, I'm out. So she said that's when she left. She just, you know, left, took her whatever off, and she left. And she said one by one, she said after she left, you know, basically Goddess was still going in on people or whatever. So they left too. Just one by one, people just left. And that was how it went. They weren't attacking Goddess. They were not, oh, you won't get rid of Goddess, we're leaving. They just fell back and said fuck it. But then Goddess flipped out on them. You know, flipped out on them and went off. So they was like, fuck it, you know, I don't gotta deal with this, you know. So that's when they decided to leave. Now, so they wasn't picking with Goddess. Okay. So that was said. Now, Goddess is saying that, you know, Ming is the one who was backing out. Ming is the one who said she had to work. And, you know, Ming is just saying, you know, she didn't have time for the live that we were supposed to do, but she's always active everywhere else and even on her own channel. But if you're on your own channel doing it, why can't we just do what we was going to do together? So that's why she just said fuck it and fell back and said forget it. And so they didn't just walk out because they didn't walk out at all until Goddess was disrespecting them. That's when they went out. And then Mona is like, oh, what happened? You know, I didn't see what happened. And that's the same thing she said with Heidi. Oh, what happened? I didn't even see it. What happened? When she did see it, because that's the same night that she made the video about moderators. Ming said she had just made a video about moderators, and then next thing what she do, she deleted it, something about moderators or whatever, and she deleted it. And then she's texting and stuff like, oh, what happened, you know, and that sort of thing. So and that's the same thing she did with Heidi. How am I going to defend something I didn't even see? And how, if they don't say something, how do I know? And all of that sort of shit. And it's just like, stop with the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all the woe is me, or I didn't know, or I didn't see. Bitch, you see every fucking thing. You pay attention. That is your life. That is what you do, is see that shit. That is what you do, is pay attention to that shit. So what are you talking about you didn't see or didn't hear or didn't know? Like, you definitely seen, heard, and know. Okay? And that's just the type of shit that I just can't respect. I can't respect just flat out just lying for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? A big grown-ass woman who claims to be so, I'm this and that, and can't no bitch fuck with me, and blah, 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 whatever. But the first thing you want to say is, oh, I didn't know. I didn't see. And that's just what I can't respect. It's just like, girl, like, and then you want to play on people's intelligence. Like, she really for real thinks that she's smarter than everybody else. She does. She really thinks that she's smarter than everybody else. That's just what she feels. And she's going to definitely treat anybody around her like she is smarter than them. Period. Like, and that's just, you know. But, you know, I mean, these people were actual friends with her. And now they're saying now they see this shit. And that's the same thing like anybody who watches her or anybody else. Eventually, you will see the change. You will see the change. You will just start to see the shit as it unfolds. You will start to hear her contradict herself. If you a supporter of hers and you watching her lives every day, you know, or whenever she uploads and listening to her and she say some shit, and then she gonna fuck around and say something else, and then you ask her about it, and then she gonna say she didn't say it. It's, or I may have, you know, for whatever reason, something changed their mind or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but she definitely gonna say she ain't say some shit. Then she gonna fuck around and hide it or delete it. And it's just like, girl, get your life together. Like, just stop fucking lying. If you stop lying and stop trying to deceive and stop trying to con, then you won't have to keep up with that shit. You won't have to delete nothing because it'll be the same thing all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, y'all. So yeah, so that was on Ming's live. So, you know, and I just want to say that because Ming was saying that, you know, she was telling, like they telling Mona, you know, you need to act right, you know, you need to get this shit in order, you giving people what they want. It's not about giving people what they want because everybody is not a hater. See, that's the difference between an actual hater who just don't want to see you up, you know, and a person who just has an opinion or just genuinely sees the fuck shit. You know, everybody is not a hater. It's the fact that we actually see the contradictions and all of the different changes and how you say one thing and do another, or how you are doing the same thing that you talked about somebody else and all of that type of shit. So it's not about giving people what they want. It's just that some people just seen the shit coming because they seen her for who she was. So it's like, it's not that nobody just didn't want her to make it, or people just don't want her to succeed, or they just don't, you know, they don't want her to grow. Excuse me. It's about the constant lies and deception and, you know, her just the blame game. I mean, because she's definitely going to blame stuff on other people and say it was other people, or she's going to turn it around like she trusted, or she was betrayed, or she, you know, it's always her. You know, it can never be you. You can never be the one that, you know, like she said, she's never hurt nobody in her life. She's so charitable. She's just, you know, she's just this great, perfect person. You know what I'm saying? Leave it up to her. Like, she can never do no wrong. And even Ming said her motto is on apology is she doesn't apologize, even if she's wrong. And that type of person right there, you got to watch out for, because she's telling you she's not sorry. When a person shows you who they are, believe them. Tracy said that last night on her live, but she needs to watch out too, you know, because like she said, she don't believe that Mona is going to do anything to her, but trust and believe anybody in her path. Oh yes, you can get it. Don't think you can't get it. You know, and I'm not saying that I want her to get it. I'm just saying that anybody that calls her a friend, you definitely need to keep your eyes open to this, because these people did not just walk out on her, betray her. They tried to talk to her. They tried to tell her the changes that they noticed and they seen. They tried to warn her. But I'm going to tell y'all this, and this is what and this is like my main part that I want to get out, is that because I really wanted to say the part about wanting to see this, because, you know, people just seen her, and people like people like me. Why does she speak on it? Why does she speak on it? Because we don't want the reason I speak on it, because no, I don't want people to be kind and, you know, be kind and be taken for by a person like that. Like, she genuinely does not give a fuck about nobody. You know, she doesn't. You know, you are either going to, you know, be in line with what the fuck she talking about, or you gotta go. And that's what I'm gonna go into next. The shit with Goddess and the reason why she did not. Oh shit, that powder is just, oh shit. Anyway, it's gonna be gone in a minute, but that powder costs a lot, so I'm not throwing it away, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, the reason why she did not listen to y'all about Goddess is because she was in on it too. Okay? She was in on it too. So remember when, Ming, if you see this, remember when, go back to your live and listen to yourself when you said that she, I just lost my train of thought. Go back to your live and listen to when you said that that she kept putting it off. Just be peaceful. She said she didn't want drama, but she was in the drama too. Goddess would go over to other people's chats and be talking about her, bring her name up, and then come back to her platform. And Mona is right there the whole time, but Mona doesn't see this shit. So she says, Mona definitely sees it, okay? And she was in on it. That's the reason why she did not do anything about Goddess, or she didn't want to listen to y'all about what Goddess was doing, because she planted Goddess, just like she used y'all to stand up for her and to fight her battles, and and all of that stuff. She's using Goddess to get her name out there. Just not, and I'm not saying, because obviously her name is out there, but I'm saying she's using Goddess to get her name, get the name circulating. And Goddess is, then Goddess comes over and takes up for her. Using Goddess, because you know how she says she doesn't start any beef. She said on Tracy's Live, what beef have I started? What beef have I started? I just respond. That's what she always says. But trust and believe. Remember Marilyn? She planted Marilyn. She wanted Marilyn to go into, she wanted Marilyn to, tell her what was going on with Sweet Ma. She wanted her to pick her over Sweet Ma. Made her make a choice. Made Marilyn turn on her. Goddess, she's putting her in people's chats. So yeah, she's going to bring up her name. And then Goddess is going to come over to her channel and she's going to take up for her. And then Mona's going to say how people are always talking about her, how people are attacking her, how people are hating her. But you got your person over here bringing your name up when they wasn't even talking about you. So she is using Goddess definitely to highlight City. She is using Goddess, to basically so that she can respond or she can be in these beefs. But yeah, so she can definitely say she didn't start the beefs. Just like the same thing with Goddess said what she said about Sweet Ma's child, and then goes back and and even Ming, when you said something about Sweet Ma's child, when you said fuck her kid and called him retarded or whatever you called him, and then she laughed first. She laughed and Ming's upset, And then, but don't do that. We don't talk about kids. So that she can say, I didn't say that. That wasn't me. And yes, she was upset, but why do I have to apologize for what someone else said? Because y'all gonna fight her battles. Y'all gonna say what the fuck y'all gonna say. Y'all gonna say what she don't gotta say. Okay? So she can always say it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So her hands can be clean. It ain't no different than any cult member who uses their people to go out there and recruit others and, bring people in, and you grow and you grow. It ain't no difference than the damn mob boss. He sit there and he give out the orders, and, the people, they go out and they do what they say do, and come back and report later. It's no different. It's no different. I mean, now I wouldn't give her as much credit as a mob boss, or of course she ain't on that level, but it's the same idea. It's the same idea, the same method, I should say. And and that's just basically what it is. It's no different than that. And these people that are now seeing her ex-friends, they are, and then she's trying to get Ming back, because then on Tracy's Live, she's saying, Tracy is just saying, well, hopefully, y'all can talk again or whatever. And what she said, yeah, we could probably talk, but Ming would never be part of the Brain Nation again. And basically Nami, she's just out, period. Because she keeps saying Nami was the mole, but no, you just threw her under the bus for money, for somebody that was paying you, for somebody that could give you what you really wanted, which is $1. So, because Leah ain't no better, because she came from Sweet Ma and she was so much of a supporter over there, but now here she is over and so, Mona, she seeks people out and she recruits them for what she needs them for at the time. It can be monetary. It could be knowledge. It could be just to put them in the right position at the right time. You know, of anything that she would benefit off of. It would be hard to really be specific or say specific situations when a lot of this stuff is behind closed doors. But she is definitely a calculated individual who, like they said, does use people. And see, like, you know, I mean, when like Tracy and other people, you know, Mona is saying be specific, be specific. I mean, how can you really be specific about your feeling? You know, you can't sometimes, because you just know, like, you just have the feeling. You know, it's just a feeling that you have. Things that you notice, behaviors, like, you can't really put that into a specific word. Like, you can't really you can't put words on that a lot of times. The feelings. And when you just know a person, and, you know, just behaviors and stuff like that, you can't really put that into the words. Like, I'm having trouble right now putting it into words, because it's like just things that you notice, you know, like you just notice situations, or like a voice change, a tone of a voice, the energy, the excitement. You know how she used to be so excited about Nami and so upbeat and stuff, and then, you know, you go from the mood being different to not mentioning her at all, you know. And so it's not about not, you know, you train these people to like hate one side, or, you know, no, don't speak on that over here and blah blah blah. But then you'll take them from that other side. If they're coming over to you and paying you and that sort of thing, then same thing with Marilyn. I don't care who was friends before this, you know, she'll use that. Anything that she can use to have leverage over you, she will use. So yeah, hold on one second, y'all, because I'm like, okay, my bad, y'all, because I was, okay, my bad. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. There we go. Y'all know when y'all be doing that wing liner like that shit. And that's, mine still ain't perfect, but oh well. I'm not even about to do it. But yeah, y'all, so I mean, it's just like a whole mess. I do believe Ming. I believe how she said it happened. I don't feel sorry for, because you know what? It's just like, to me, it's just like, you know, y'all have went after so many people. Y'all have hurt a lot of people. Talking about people's kids. And then, I mean, apologizing or not, it's kind of like, no thank you for the apology. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, how can you even have that thought in the first fucking place? You know, especially if you're a mother. Especially if you're a mother. You know, whether if your kids are healthy or not. You know, whether if your kid has the same struggles or not. It shouldn't make you feel any less passionate or any less sympathetic towards a mother who has a child like that. And I mean, shit, if a bitch you know, does you wrong, and, you know, whatever, then yeah, it's whatever. It's like, it ain't nothing, ain't no off limits. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, when they haven't even really done anything to you, it's like, can anybody's words like really be that harsh? That you would like talk about their kid, a baby, you know, who has a disability. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, people deal with things in different ways. I do believe her, though. I believe it had, you know, it went down how she said it went down, because they're trying to like paint the picture like, you know, they was just mad about Goddess and now they just walked off and just are now out here betraying her just because she wouldn't get rid of Goddess. And oh, and they're saying that Nami wanted to be the leader, and she wants to be a content creator. So she basically wants to be where Mona is. So that's what they're saying. And I don't believe that shit. I don't believe any of that. I believe these people rode for her. I think that they rode for her. I think that they had her back whenever she needed them. And I think she threw them under the bus. For a bitch that, for a couple of new bitches who she's going to use in the same way. You know, it's just new bitches because, see, they started asking questions. That's where they fucked up at. So, you know, y'all started asking questions. You shouldn't have started asking questions. That's where they fucked up at, because, see, what happened was they didn't know what her and Goddess had going on behind the scenes. You know, Goddess going in different chats and then, you know, bringing up the name and then, you know, getting the beef going or circulating, and then you know, now Mona can respond. They didn't know that was going on. They didn't know that was the strategy. So when they started asking questions or telling her like, look, when they started noticing the shit was going on, she's like, oh, they gotta go. Because if they noticing this shit or they really getting upset and they really kept trying to talk to her about this stuff, then it's like, you know, she didn't want it to get to where people were saying, you know, like basically they were saying it out loud and people would catch on, you know. Because if they were noticing it, then somebody else is going to notice, right? Right. So yeah, y'all, I think Mona is crazy, y'all. Mona is a whole mess. Mona is a whole mess and she don't give a fuck. So yeah. I mean, she's just one of those people. You know, you got people like that in real life that are just going to use the fuck out of you. Whatever they can get from you, whatever you can do for them. It don't have to be money. It don't have to be, you know, you can do that with people online too. You don't have to be physically in nobody's face to use nobody or physically around nobody. And it doesn't always have to be money. It does not always have to be money. You know, so anyway, y'all, so we far into this video. I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Do y'all like my eye look? It's a lot, huh? I'm gonna go to the grocery store. They're gonna be like, this girl going out? What is she doing? Y'all, I'm gonna have fun with makeup while I ain't at work. Oh, I just smudged, bitch. Don't y'all hate that? You gotta be careful with mascara. You cannot. So yeah, y'all. So that's basically what I think. I think Mona and Goddess just had stuff going on behind the scenes that they didn't know about. I think that's why Mona would not, you know, entertain them. And I think when they started asking questions, Mona just felt like, you know what? They need to go. You know, whatever. You know, she's saying that people been saying that Nami is the mole. I don't think so. I just think it's the same thing when I think it's the same thing like when, you know, she don't want people going in certain chats or don't want her people going other places and stuff. I feel like, you know, now I mean she probably was on other people's thing. You know, they all go everywhere to see what's going on and see what's being said. So why was it wrong for her to be wherever? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I really believe that. But you know, you never know what's going on behind these things. And like, you know, in what you call it chat, in Tracy's chat, you know, they were because basically, you know, they were saying that about you know, and Mona's thing was, no, I'm not getting rid of her, and they just wanted to control her and where she went and other people's chats and stuff, and saying it was just all that high school, like they are that childish and that high school acting that they just didn't want that girl or that woman in other people's chat. And that's how they were trying to make it. And they're like, no, it's what she was doing. But see, Mona knew what she was doing, and Mona was in on it. That's why Mona was present for every chat. That's why Mona was with the bullshit and was, you know, that's why she was participating, because she was with it. And she knew what Goddess was doing too. But besides that, like I was saying, like, well, Mona, if that's the case, you did the same thing to Nay Rob. And Tracy kept saying, well, if you like Nay Rob and this is about Nay Rob, and just zero in on Nay Rob. And I'm like, that's where I got frustrated, because I'm just like, are y'all retarded or slow? Like, y'all don't listen to the whole thing. Like, you don't pay attention to the whole statement that's said. You know, you just want to zero in on the one part that you want people to zero in on, that you want people to see. And that's not what it wasn't nothing about me liking A Rob or not liking her. It was the point that Mona had said before, like somebody told her that Nay Rob was in Seven's chat, and she was just like, you know, basically, well, then I know how to deal with her from now on. You know, basically saying like she ain't fucking with her because she was over in Seven's chat. But then you just say like people can go wherever they want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like she just, and then the brain stuff, like she was saying Nay Love, and shout out to you, Nay Love. I guess I didn't know that she was a moderator of Mona's before. So she was a moderator of Mona's before as well. And she was trying to comment, and she telling her to ignore her. That's probably who you should have had on the line. So you can tell, because you need people who knew her as well, not just this situation, but before as well, to say, you know, well, this is why. And so what did she say? She controlled that. And she said, no, she's just mad. She wouldn't change her name to Brain. And so it just didn't work out. So she had to go. But didn't Leah say that Mona doesn't make you change your name to Brain? It's your choice. And you know what I'm saying? So they just constantly contradicting themselves. Constantly. Like, it's not a time when they don't contradict themselves. This is Velvet Teddy. Max infamous Velvet Teddy. And a little bit of liner. A little neutral lip. For this loud ass eye. This pencil definitely needs to get sharpened. So yeah, y'all, that's it. This is the look. This is the look. I'm gonna, y'all, I look like I'm going out. Don't I look like I'm going out? I love it though. Ooh, them Juvia's Play shadows is bomb. Y'all, this Morphe spray is the best. It is a continuous mist. It's just a light mist. And it's $15. And they do sell it in Ulta stores. And you can use the $3.50 coupon off of that. So you can, the coupon is $3.50 off of $15. So you can use, you know, you can get that one thing and get $3.50 off. Y'all, I knew it when I used that Juice Beauty cleanser that my damn nose was gonna be dry. Well, I thought my cheeks was too, but my nose is dry as hell and you can see it. That's so ugly. Oh well, whatever. I ain't put on a full coverage foundation. I like this eye though. I went a little bit far out. So yeah, y'all, so that's it. So I mean, y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me what y'all think about my theory. I definitely think that Mona and Goddess had this shit planned out. I think I think she's just using Goddess to be the one to get her name so she can say she's not starting the beef. And she's just responding. I just think the girls didn't know what was going on. They was asking too many questions. And, you know, she just let Goddess have her way. They got sick of it. They said, bitch, fuck you. We out. Boom. And that's how it happened. I'm going to throw a couple of little curls in my hair. And then I'm done, y'all. Okay, I love y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Okay? What y'all think? Y'all tell me what y'all think. Shit was popping. Y'all. I just really, you know, look, let me tell y'all something. I'm on Mona's neck, okay? That bitch talked about my mama. You know what I'm saying? My mama walking behind, you know what I'm saying? She was here and she was just in there chilling while I was cooking. My mama over here, you know, just minding her own fucking business. She just, you know, she is like just a little short white lady. A base head though. And you know what else I'm gonna say? Bitch, my daddy's name is Freddie. And my Freddie would have never raised a bitch like you. He would have never raised a fake, scandalous, stinking, nothing ass bitch like you. Bitch, it ain't no way in fuck I could have went and got 6 degrees and ain't got my shit together. The fuck? Oh, he would have talked about me like a motherfucking dog. Because he ain't play that shit. My daddy did not play that type of shit. He made sure, bitch, you better have your shit together. You ain't depending on that nigga for nothing. And yes, I did say that. So, the fuck? My daddy told me and made sure that I knew what the fuck. I knew what the fuck I was doing, where I was going, and how I was going to do it. And he ain't play that shit. And, bitch, if I would have had 6 motherfucking degrees, bitch, I better have a fucking house on a couple acres, bitch. At least a bomb-ass job with health insurance and stuff. I mean, the basics, bitch. You ain't got the basics. That's the basic shit that any adult should have. And then talking about, let me just let you know something real quick about throwing food away. Bitch, the food was in there for days. Like what? We just supposed to just eat? No, bitch. It's called look, you clean out your fucking refrigerator. Bitch, you was mad because I threw that food away. You was mad because I threw that food away. Bitch, and then said I was shaking my ass. When was I shaking my ass? Bitch, it shake when I walk. Them shorts was too short though for me to be on here, but I didn't realize that till afterwards. But bitch, who was shaking what? You was so up in my ass and my pussy and in my refrigerator like, bitch, what you got? Because if I remember them earlier videos of yours, that damn old ass granny furniture and living room that you had going on, bitch, if that was your house, bitch, we don't never see your house. We barely see you. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.